And hello traders, and welcome to another video. So in this video we are going to talk about pair characteristics. So why are they so important and how can you take advantage of them? Okay, so in the last couple of videos we have talked about that price action in general is the language of the market. So in hybrid, we are reading pure price action, so naked charts, and we are trying to understand what price action is telling us. Okay, so as price action is the language of the market, at the same time, every pair has its own language. Okay, so that means, guys, that we cannot take one trade plan. For example, we can backtest Euro USD, do our ASR, make our trade plan and checklist, and then start to trade the Euro USD. And all of a sudden, with that exact trade plan, we are gonna go and trade GBP USD as well. So it doesn't work like that. There are different pairs, and that means that they have different pair characteristics. So the nature of them is different. And you're gonna see when you do your own backtesting, when you do your naked charting, when you do your pair characteristics, when you do all those exercises that are important and that we talk about in Hybrid FX community, you are going to get to know more and more each and every pair as individually. Okay, so you're gonna get to know them, and you're gonna know over the time, you know, what works on them, what doesn't work on them, what the pair likes to do, how the pair moves, etc., etc. Okay, so with hybrid, we mainly focus on 6 pairs. Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna go through all the pairs. I'm gonna talk about them, talk about their pair characteristics, what they like, what they don't like, so you can write everything down and, you know, get to know them with me. But again, guys, I want you to remember that all of the things that I'm teaching you guys and I'm talking about, I'm going to need from you that you do your own testing. Okay, that is really important. So as I mentioned, you cannot just copy paste someone else's trade plan. Do your own research, do your own homework. This is how you're gonna build confidence in a strategy, and you're gonna build your knowledge, build experience and everything. Okay, so yes, I am going to break down everything for you guys. You can write it down, but please also test everything for yourselves. Okay, so yeah, let's start with Euro USD and talk a little bit about Euro USD. So this is the pair that mainly is the best for hybrid. You're gonna find that you're gonna have the most opportunities on Euro USD, the most trades you're gonna have on Euro USD. I think also best percentage return you're gonna have on Euro USD. So Euro USD is pretty much overall pair that likes to do everything. So the pair likes continuations. You can take aggressive continuations on the pair as well. The pair likes reversal trades. You can take the reversal trades as aggressive as continuations. So pretty much in general, Euro USD is really good pair. It's trending. It has its own phases, of course. It has some of the characteristics that other pairs don't, and we're going to talk about it. But again, overall, it's the trade pair that you're going to have the most trades on. Okay, and when you start to do your homework, guys, your backtesting ASR trade plan, the first pair that you're going to go through and backtest is Euro USD. Okay, and master Euro USD first. And when you master, when you get to know the pair, then move forward. Okay, so first do your homework on EURUSD. It's really good pair, you're gonna see. So the pair likes to trend. It has different phases. It has, of course, corrective phase. I mean, that's depending on the market. You know, has corrective phase, has ascending phase, has a trending phase. You know, all the phases are present on your USD. But even in the sideways phase, when when the markets are corrective, it gives us trades that make us huge percentages. And you know, let's say, for example, we are trading GBP USD and there is a corrective phase in the market. You want to avoid it. You do not want to trade GBP USD. But even when there is a corrective phase, you can still trade Euro USD, because even then you're gonna have good trades. So some of the characteristics of the pair is, so basically it likes reversals. You can trade reversals on it. You can trade aggressive reversals, you can trade continuations, you can trade aggressive continuations. The pair likes everything. Double confirmation also works perfectly fine. Double confirmation is a new refinement of the strategy. Again, if you're beginning with everything, I recommend you to focus only on hybrid strategy itself, not on double confirmation entry. And then later on, as you go through the course, watch it, do some backtesting, then watch the refinement series that we did, and then start backtesting double confirmation entry. So, but yeah, pretty much the pair likes everything. You know, some of the characteristics and patterns that the pair likes is, actually we have one right now. You know, this is the news pattern. So you're gonna have impulse to the upside like this, guys. You see this impulse to the upside that has left imbalance behind. And clearly, when you see this big of a candle, you can all pretty much guess that this was a news candle. So this is why we like to call this pattern news pattern. Okay, you're gonna see impulse to the upside, price leaving imbalance, and then you're gonna see weakness to the upside. So price breaking the highs, retracing, breaking the highs, retracing, breaking the highs, retracing, showing us no momentum in the market. So you're gonna see some kind of ascending price action that is showing us that we do not have momentum to continue to the upside. And then you're gonna see the price breaks this low impulsively, and then, guys, of course, when change of character is made, you want to trade this order block here, and you want to take direction to fill this imbalance. So this is our news pattern. It's pretty much out there for all the pairs. You know, it's not, you know, specific to a pair. This pattern is, you know, present on EURUSD, AUDUSD, AJ, GJ, everywhere. So on some pairs a little bit more, on some pairs a little bit less, but you're gonna see it and you can trade it on basically all the pairs that we trade. So the second thing that EURUSD has its own pattern is this pattern here. So you're gonna have impulse to the downside, and let's say, wait, you have continuation trade to the downside. You have impulse, you have correction, and you have impulse. Okay, so the break of structure was impulsive, you know, momentum was clean here, pullback was nice. Again, we broke the low impulsively here, guys, and we start to make another pullback, another correction. At this point on, when you're looking at structure, when you're looking at price action, you are going to look for continuations to sell, of course. Okay, so price is showing us that it's breaking this previous low impulsively, corrective pullback, building liquidity on the way up. You know, you want to take trades to short here. Okay, so you're gonna have you're gonna wait for short to between this, and what is going to happen is that you're gonna have this low right here, and what is going to happen is that price is all of a sudden going to continue with this descending price action to the downside. So when I say descending, I do not mean impulse. Okay, there's a difference. There's a big difference. Descending price action is basically price action breaking previous lows correctively, not impulsively. So it's breaking this low, and immediately after we break the low, we are retracing. breaking the low, retracing, breaking the low, retracing. This is indication to us that price action doesn't have momentum to continue in this direction, in this case to the downside. It's the same thing with the standing price action. When you see a standing price action, breaking highs, retracing, breaking highs, retracing, there is no momentum involved in the market, and it's most likely the price action is going to reverse. Okay, so when you see all of the sudden price action slowing down with momentum and breaking this low just with a wick, so it needs to break this low with a wick. Okay, it needs to break with a wick, and you need to see a one candle breakout to the upside. Okay, so you're gonna see here change of character, and your demand zone, newly created zone, is gonna be here. And this pattern, when price pulls back to this zone, this pattern works on Euro USD. And this is pattern special to Euro USD. Okay, Euro pairs in general. It doesn't happen that much on Euro AUD. Okay, it doesn't happen as much on Euro JPY. It happens more on Euro JPY than Euro AUD, but we see it a little bit more on Euro USD. Right now, usually when you see a one candle breakout, that is a little bit of negative confluence. So when you see a standing price action like this, and you have this momentum to the upside, you make this change of character for reversal trade. You want to see in this momentum, you want to see a few candles breakout, like 2 or 3 or 4 candles breakout, because that is going to give you more confidence that, you know, this impulse was full with momentum and it's good. But in this case, it's weird, I know, but it is what it is. So this pattern, it's better if you have one candle breakout. So if you have this pattern and it's like 2-3 candles breakout, it's still good, but it's not that high probability. So one candle breakout is better. So again, what you want to see right here is, let me delete this. So what you want to see again, guys, here is, this is really important. Price needs to break this low with the wick. So price needs to come, this is the low. Price needs to come first in this descending price action. It needs to break the wick, break the low, okay? Makes a wick, rejects the low, and then breaks above with one candle. And then your demand is created, and then you're gonna go and trade this for a buy. It's really interesting pattern on your USD. You're not gonna find it on 2019 as much. It's newly created pattern like 2021 or something like that. You're gonna find it more there. So it's interesting pattern. You can trade it both on 1 hour time frame, or you can trade it on lower time frame. Lower time frame, you can really have a big risk reward trades if you trade it. So basically, we're gonna wait for a break of structure here, change of character. This demand, one candle breakout, price is gonna come, and then you're gonna either execute on 1 hour time frame, or you're gonna look for lower time frames in this zone here. And if you catch it, it can be a really massive risk reward trade. So it's interesting, you know, because again, when you look at this structure, you know, it tells us to be bearish. You know, you expect the bearish setup to trade from here to the downside, but all of a sudden, you know, situation changes. You know, price action shows its weakness to the downside, and then boom, continuation push up. It's really interesting trade that, you know, happens on your USD. Then characteristics of your USD is that mainly, usually, when you see this ascending price action, okay, ascending price action, this is indication that price action again is showing us weakness to the upside. And usually, you know, ascending price action is a reversal pattern. So you're gonna see this change of character, you're gonna see your supply created, and you're gonna want to trade this as a reversal. But interesting thing, on Euro USD, this is not the fact, okay? So on Euro pairs in general, Euro pairs like to do this. They make a standing price action, and all of a sudden, boom, impulse to the upside, okay? So when you see this bit of price action on Euro USD, Euro JPY, Euro AUD, this is going to be high probability. So when you have this demand zone here, if price starts to pull back, you know, here, it's going to be high probability to trade. This is going to be high probability to trade. So it's going to be like great, perfect. But if you see it on other pairs, AUD pairs, GBP pairs, etc., this will not be high probability. Why? Because price action is coming from ascending price action, that is the indication of the weakness of the upside, and then you only have one momentum to the upside. That's never a good thing. When you look for continuations, you want to see impulse, you want to see correction, pullback, and then another impulse, break of this structure impulsively, and then you want to trade this. This is a valid continuation. One impulse, pullback, second impulse. You have two impulses. And when this happens, when you have ascending price action, you have only one impulse. And this is considered less high probability. But it's not considered on EURUSD. EURUSD likes this kind of price action a little bit more than other pairs. So you can take advantage of it. You know, your trades can be more high probability when you trade them. Or let's say this, you have impulse correction, impulse pattern, and you have your supply zone here you want to trade. And then price action starts to go in this ascending price action. And then if you're trading EURUSD, ascending price action again indicates that we do not have enough momentum to continue to the upside because we're breaking the highs and retracing. Also, you're building liquidity. It's another great thing that we want to take our shorts from here. And then if we are trading on EURUSD, we know that this pair likes to do this. From this ascending, it likes to move on. So this all of a sudden can be supply to demand flip, and you can trade this, you know, instead of shorting on this supply. So this is how can you combine the knowledge about the pair that you're trading, you know, and build confidence, better good confidence. So another thing, when you're looking at you know, bigger picture on EURUSD, when you have this bit of price action, longer ascending price action, and then all of a sudden you have a smaller ascending price action, that is usually indication the price action is going to reverse. So you're gonna see longer ascending and smaller ascending, and you're gonna see this restart to go to the downside. This is another pair characteristics of EURUSD. So yeah, the pair likes aggressive trades. You can trade aggressively on it. It depends on your trade plan, so you can test out the pair, you can, you know, build your trade plan, do your ASR, but you can be pretty much aggressive trading it. And I really do recommend for all the beginners to start with EURUSD, you know, start with it, master EURUSD. When you master everything on EURUSD, then move forward, you know, with the second pair. So I think I didn't forget anything about EURUSD. Guys, again, I speak about all of this stuff every single week when I'm doing forecast and recap videos for the community. So even if I forgot to mention something, I am going to talk about it every single week in my videos. So this is why it's really important also to watch them, okay, those videos. So even if I have forgotten something, you know, I'm gonna talk about it in the next video when I do forecast or recap video. So yeah, so that's pretty much about EURUSD. Let's see what interesting things we have on AJ. So AJ is the pair that has euro in it, you know, so all the characteristics that we talked about EURUSD, like, you know, this ascending price action and move to the upside, it is also high probability to trade on AJ because it has euro in it, okay? Then all of those patterns, like we talked about high probability news pattern, it's also high probability on AJ. We talked about this pattern when we have this supply and then price starts to do this, but starts to ascend. This is also high probability on AJ. Also, you're gonna see this ascending, bigger ascending and then smaller ascending. It's also high probability on AJ. So because it has euro in it, okay? But the pair is a little bit different than EURUSD. So you're not gonna have a lot of trades on it. It likes continuations. likes also reversals, but reversals can be tricky trading JPY pairs. So remember that JPY pairs are really full of fake outs, full of traps when you're trading reversal trades. Okay, so basically we're gonna see ascending price action, guys, like this, and all of a sudden you're gonna see a breakout to the downside, and you're gonna look at, so never mind if this is AJ or AJ or GJ. Okay, all the pairs that had JPY in them, they like to do this. You're gonna have this ascending price action, breakout to the downside, price is gonna start doing this, and you're gonna look for supply here to short, and price is gonna just boom, do this, and then again you're gonna have this ascending, and then price is again going to make a fake out, and again it's gonna trap all the traders and continue in this ascending price action. So this is what JPY pairs like to do. So watch out when you're trading reversals on them. Maybe you want to have a little bit more extra confluence when you're executing reversal trades on JPY pairs. So basically this is a good example. It's not clean about the pattern that I was talking about, and also fake outs. Look at this. I mean, this is live markets. So price action breaking below, as you guys can see, breaking all of this, and then what is happening here? All the traders are what? Selling, and price action. What is price action doing? Continuing to push up, you know. And what we have this longer ascending. So basically, you know, this is the pair that likes to do that. And also look at this. You have this impulse to downside, impulse to downside. Then you have a little bit push to down, put to the upside, and then you expect a pullback to continue to the upside. But how do we break this low? We break it with a wick. We didn't had a clear pattern, but pretty much the characteristics of the pattern is here, and then you have a continuation push up. It's not clean, it's not clear. We didn't had anything to execute here, but you know, because we didn't break this high. Again, I'm not gonna talk about it a lot. It's just the beginning of the course, so you need to learn a lot of things before you know, you start to execute trades. But again, just a simple, you know, characteristics of what the pair likes to do. So basically, what else? AJ was underperforming in 2022. So I was not trading AJ as much. At the end of the year, the pair was at break even or a little bit above break even. So it was still positive risk reward at the end of the year. But again, it had a lot of bad periods. So another thing that happens on AJ and JPY pairs especially is that you're gonna see when I talk about trade management and everything, sometimes this pair is gonna come back, it's gonna run for huge profits. So you're gonna have, like, let's say 7%, you know, in profit. You're gonna be 7% in profit on the trade, and all of a sudden price is gonna reverse and hit you for break even. Whoa. So the JPY pairs love to do that as well. So, you know, just a heads up. Again, guys, you're gonna back that strategy. You're gonna see that even if that happens, you're still going to be positive at the end of the year. You know, it's not gonna affect you. But again, just a quick heads up, that can happen more on JPY pairs than all other pairs. Also, wicks do not play a huge role in price action. So usually when you see a wick like this on Euro USD, for example, this is considered as a big wick. But when you see something like this on AJ, it's like, it's still big, but not as much. Okay, so wicks do not play that much, you know, in price action. Okay, so you need to see a really big wick in order to say, okay, this is big wick. Okay, so what else we have on AJ? I think that's pretty much it about the AJ. So yeah, also likes reversals, also like continuations, but you know, just watch out when you trade reversals because it can get tricky. AUD USD, my favorite pair to trade. Okay, so this is my favorite pair. I love AUD/USD, so I love aggressive reversals on AUD/USD. And again, this is example, guys. So why you should have your own trade plan. For some of community members, they do not like to trade it aggressively. They do not like to trade reversal trades aggressively. They like continuations. I do not trade continuations on AUD/USD. I mean, it rarely happens. You know, the price needs to be really high probability in order for me to trade a continuation. So I do not like to trade continuations trades on AUD/USD. That's it, period. I don't like it. But some of community members have positive backtesting results and they trade it. They have it implemented the trade plan, and that's it. And this is why, again, I'm really telling you that you need to do your own homework. Do not just copy paste the things that I am telling you guys here, etc, etc. Just do your homework, okay? Do your own research. So I do not like AUD/USD. I don't like continuations. I love reversals. I love aggressive reversals. The pair, you're gonna see the pair, it's mainly trending as well, and the pair is like something like it goes to this let's say we have a descending structure, impulse to downside, and then what comes after, pullback, and then impulse to downside, and what comes after, pullback, impulse to downside, what comes after, pullback. This is why I love reversals. I love to catch reversals here, and I love to ride them as breakout of this low and continuation push down for creation of new lower low. So I like to do that, okay? This is my idea when I trade AUD/USD. So I like this move to downside and then ascending price action, and then price gonna boom do this. You're gonna have a quick breakout, and then boom, I'm gonna catch it, and I wanna ride it for the creation of new lower low, okay? And it's just like, it's gonna be like that. Move to downside, pull back, I'm gonna take it here for creation of new lower low. It's going to be again pullback. I'm going to take it for creation of new lower low. So this is how I trade AUD/USD. I love reversal trades on AUD/USD. I do not like continuations. As you guys can see, we had a continuation right now. It was longer continuation. It was aggressive. Also, yeah, AUD/USD doesn't like longer continuation. So you're going to have trade like this, impulse, correction, impulse, you know, okay, impulsive breakout structure, and you're going to be wanting to get involved on this level here. Draw it correctly, wait. So you're gonna be so you want to get involved in this level here. And what is longer continuation? This is longer continuation, okay, when price starts to descend to this level. So AUD/USD doesn't like that, okay? This is gonna be high probability on other pairs, but on AUD/USD not as much. Also, so this was the beautiful example of that, you know, this was a demand. You know, look at how it was aggressive and everything, you know, this was a news pattern, so also a bad thing to consider trading to the upside, etc. I'm not gonna break down the price. Sorry guys, I always go and break down the price, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna talk about the concepts here. So it doesn't like to do that, you know. There are pairs like who love like 1 2 3, like GBP/USD loves this longer pullbacks, 1 2 3, GBP/USD, GBP/JPY. But okay, we're gonna talk about them. AUD/USD, for me, I do not like, again, continuations. When I trade continuations, there need to be high probability in order for me to execute continuation trades, but I like to trade them reversally. Reversal trades I take aggressively. So that's basically it, I think, about AUD/USD. So also, yeah, when you see a standing price action and impulse to the upside, to trade from this is not high probability, okay, just to let you know. So it is high probability on EUR/USD, but not on AUD/USD. So I do not consider this as a valid continuation. If I trade continuation trades on AUD/USD, I need to see impulse, I need to see correction, I need to see impulse, I need to see this high taken out impulsively. This momentum needs to be clean, and I want to see a beautiful continuation to the upside. Okay, this is how I trade continuation trades on AUD/USD. Okay, guys, right now AJ is right now the combination. Usually these two pairs have positive correlation, okay, and they move they have similar direction, but price action is not, you know, 100% the same. Okay, so this is AUD. It has certain characteristics of AUD USD, and at the same time it has certain characteristics of JPY. So for example, also fake outs. Okay, you're gonna see that price action is moving, this is ascending breakout, and you're gonna see a fake out. So you can trade. I like to trade double confirmation entry, but again, I'm talking about double confirmation entry, but do not focus it right now, okay, on double confirmation entry. But again, I'm gonna speak about it because we're speaking about pair characteristics. I love to trade AJ like this, so it's gonna go in this ascending price action. You're not gonna see a trend, you know, not trend, clear trend. You're gonna see more ascending price action, and it's gonna be like ascending price action. You're gonna see a fake out, and you're gonna see a breakout to the upside again. And then I wanna execute here, somewhere here, you know, in this ascending. I didn't draw it correctly, so it's gonna be like this ascending, you know, and then I'm gonna trade something like this, boom, you know, something like this. So it's little bit right now mixed, maybe confusing for you, you know. So I'm not gonna trade hybrid entry, because again, this works mainly on a EURUSD from this ascending to the upside. And on EURUSD, when you're trading, it works either it's small or it's a big one, it doesn't matter. On AUD USD, again, I'm not trading this, but on AJ I'm trading it, but only double confirmation entry. Okay, so not hybrid entry. Why? Because I know that there's a lot of fake outs, and when this pair starts to go in this ascending, it just loves to go in this ascending. You're gonna see the price is pushing forever, pushing in this uptrend. It's not clean uptrend. We're not breaking the highs impulsively. Immediately after we break, we retrace. But for double confirmation entry, I find it's beautiful. Okay, so when there's this longer ascending price action, I want to execute on double confirmation. Because why? Again, this is a fake out. Okay, this is a change of character, and this is what I'm speaking about. You know, this is JPY pair. Because JPY pair, when this goes in this ascending, it likes to give us fake out. So this will be the fake out, you know, break this low to downside, and it's gonna be a pullback, and people are gonna start to sell here, even breakout traders are gonna sell here. There's institutional traders, smart money is gonna sell here. There are some people who are gonna find Fibonacci levels here to sell it. A lot of people are gonna sell it, and then I'm gonna trade double confirmation entry right here for the upside. You know, this is why I like to trade double confirmation entry on AUD JPY. Then it has all the characteristics basically combined of AUD USD. So yeah, and JPY as well. So Wix doesn't play that much of the role. So I'm also a little bit more careful when I'm trading it. Same as like Euro JPY, you know. Continuations also work, reversals also work, but you should be careful with reversals because, you know, it has GPV in it. Some kind of longer pullbacks, I don't like them personally. And yeah, I think that's it for AJ. So GBP/USD is the pair that I do not trade as much, and you're gonna see when you backtest it. The pair is mainly corrective, mainly boring. There's a lot of hype going on, and people love to trade GBP/USD, and I do not understand why. I mean, have you backtested the pair? Have you done characteristics of the pair? I mean, it's really boring. Volatility is too high on the pair, so usually we're gonna have fixed stop losses. Oh, I forgot to speak about stop losses. Okay, so we're gonna go through the video, and I'm gonna come back and speak about stop losses. So usually, you know, we have a bigger stop loss on GBP/USD because volatility is high. So reversals do not work. So in order for me to take a reversal trade on GBP/USD, it needs to be, everything needs to be in place. You know, every little detail, I need to see every little detail in order for me to execute reversal trades. Continuation trades are good, but continuations when there is a trend. Okay, so when there is a trend on GBP/USD, when you see, you know, price action going to the upside, you see a pullback, continuation push up to the upside, pullback, continuation push up. This is a trend, you know, when price action is breaking this highs impulsively. This is where you want to execute GBPUSD. This is where you want to take advantage of GBPUSD, and this is where you're gonna make percentages. You're gonna make money basically on GBPUSD, is when there is a trend and when there is a continuation trades. So reversal do not work, and I do not trade this pair as much, so not that frequently. Okay, so I'm just chilling back, relaxing, you know, and take advantage of market when there is a trend involved. GJ basically has, you know, oh sorry guys, I forgot, when there's a GU and GJ and GBP pairs in general like to do this: impulse, correction, impulse, and then this demand zone. Though these trades, when there is a longer descending and liquidity here building, they're okay, you know, not that bad, but there is a specific pullback that we like to trade on GBP pairs, and this is one retrace, so one retrace and second retrace. This is high probability. When you have one impulse, retrace, second impulse, this is high probability. Or 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2 is high probability for GBPUSD when you're trading it. So this is the kind of pullback that you want to see on GBPUSD. 1, 2 or 1, 2, 3. So again, there's impulse, correction, impulse. This is your demand area. So you want to execute this. This is something that you want to execute, or you want to execute something like this. Okay, so there is 1, 2, 3. Okay, the same thing on GJ as well. So this is the kind of pullback that I like to see on GBP JPY. On GJ also, you're not gonna have a lot of trades. The trades that work, when you have a trade, you're gonna have a high probability trade, and that trade is gonna run. So it's gonna run like crazy, okay, when you have a good setup on GJ. So you're not gonna trade it as much, but when you trade it, you're gonna win big, okay? This is how GJ is basically doing things, running things. So also GJ, so basically the same stuff apply, because it has JPY, JP1, JPY, it has GJ as well. So yeah, you can combine that, and yeah, reversals are good, continuations are good. The type of entry that I like to see on GJ is something like this: ascending price action to the upside, then break of this previous low impulsively. I want to see this supply right here. I want to see 1, 2, 3. This is something that I like to see on GJ. Perfectly fine for me to execute. The same thing goes for continuation trades: impulse to the upside, retrace, again another impulse. I want to see this demand zone here. I want to see 1, 2, 3. Boom. This is something that works beautifully on GJ. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I take on GJ. I'm reducing right now the talking. Why? Because, you know, basically we talked about JPY, yen. We have talked about GBP. So, you know, just combine those two things, and you have yourself everything. So these two pairs. So we mainly trade 6 pairs. And when you backtest, guys, you start from Euro USD. Okay, then you go and backtest Euro JPY, 2 pair characteristics and everything, then AU, then AJ, then GBPUSD, GBP JPY, and then at last, when you finish those 6 pairs, those are the main pairs that we trade, those 6 ones, then you can backtest these 2. Okay, and these 2 are better to trade on double confirmation entries. So double confirmation entry works better on these 2 pairs, and these 2 pairs are mainly corrective. Okay, so they're mainly corrective, and that means that we do not have as much entries like on other pairs. Okay, so there are specific things that, for example, GBP AUD likes. It has GBP in it, it has AUD in it, you know. So example, AUD likes reversal trades, so we're gonna trade reversal. But how we're gonna trade reversal? We're gonna trade it a little bit differently. So AUD USD, I have mentioned that when you see a standing price action, impulse to the upside, and then when you see this longer pullback, it doesn't work that much. But on GBP/AUD it works. Why? Because it has GBP in it. So when you see this longer pullbacks are perfectly fine on GBP/AUD. Okay, this is the kind of entry that you want to look. So reversal because it has AUD in it, and then this longer pullback because it has GBP in it. So, but basically the trade, the pair is corrective, so you're not gonna have as much trades, and you would like to enter on a double confirmation entry, not on hybrid entry. And again, guys, if you have joined the community recently, I really do recommend first starting with hybrid entry and backtesting all the 6 pairs before you proceed on these 2 pairs and before you proceed on double confirmation entry. Okay, so it's better to do things step by step and do not rush. Okay, so first test out every pair from the list from 6 pairs, normal strategy, hybrid execution, hybrid entry, and then later when you finish everything, then start backtesting double confirmation entry, and then start backtesting these 2 pairs. Okay, the same thing on Euro AUD. The pair is mainly corrective. We do not trade it as much. Type of entry that I like to trade is impulse to the upside, pullback impulse, and then I want to see this supply here. Okay, and then I want to see price reacting to this supply, making new lower low. Okay, and then again I want to see this supply right here. I want to see supply again reacting and making new lower low. If that happens, if I see multiple reactions of the structure of the supply zone right here, I want to take this aggressively. Okay, so this is the kind of entry that I like to trade on Euro AUD, the structure, and I want to see multiple reactions from the supply zones, and then I want to get involved. And I mainly want to get involved on double confirmation entry. So I think that's it, guys. On 1 hour, if you're trading 1 hour Euro AUD, the max that you're gonna go is 20 pips. Okay, if you're trading on 1 hour. If the order block is more than 20 pips, so let's say for example your order block is 25 pips, you're immediately going to execute on 50% order block. Okay, so we're going to talk about 50% order block in next couple of videos, and you're going to know how you can execute on 50% order block. So just remember, this is the pips that you're executing on 1 hour time frame. So if order block is above 20 pips, you're going to execute on 50%. I think Dimitri has done one case study, you can find it, and he exactly break down everything and draw for you guys, so you can always come back and review that. So for GBP AUD as well, the same thing. So 20 pips is what we go max on it. If there is a more, we take 50%. GBP JPY, the same thing, so 20 pips. GBP USD as well, 20 pips is the max that we go for our block. AJ 15, okay, so max that we're gonna go is 15 pips or block. If it's more, we're gonna execute on 50%. The same thing here, 15, okay, so 15 pips, you want your block to be 15 pips. If it's less, perfect. If it's more than 15, then you're gonna execute on 50%. The same thing on AJ, 15 pips, and the same thing on Euro USD, 15 pips is max, then you go. So if you have your order block, for example, right here, and if the order block is, let's say, 25 pips, you're not gonna execute here. Your entry is not gonna be here on, and your stop loss is not gonna be here. Okay, your entry is gonna be 50% of that order block. Okay, so you're gonna reduce it. And if the order block is, for example, 10 pips, you're gonna have a full normal order block, and that's it. Or 15 pips. So the 15 pips is max that we go. So if it's 15 pips, then you're gonna execute full order block. When it's more than 15 pips, you're gonna execute 50%. I think that I explained everything. I hope everything is clear to you. I hope you guys have learned something from this video. If again, guys, something is not clear to you, just DM me. I'm gonna reply and I'm gonna explain everything a little bit more. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it again, and yeah, see you in the next one.